Have you ever heard of a waterfall with mysterious powers? Nestled in the heart of a dense forest, concealed from the curious gaze of civilization, there exists such a waterfall. Its majestic waters tumble down from an immense height, casting an enchanting display of twinkling mist and a thunderous roar. The locals whisper tales of its peculiar powers, cautioning wanderers to avoid its captivating allure. In this world of cautionary tales and whispered warnings, a young adventurer named Emily dared to defy the odds. Driven by an insatiable curiosity, she ventured into the labyrinth of trees and foliage, drawn towards the undiscovered. Until at last, she stumbled upon the elusive waterfall. Its beauty was breathtaking, its energy almost palpable. Emily approached with caution, the cool mist kissing her skin, as if welcoming her into its secret realm. Then, without the slightest hint of a warning, she found herself engulfed in a swirling vortex within the waterfall. Like a leaf caught in a whirlwind, she was tossed and turned, her screams drowned by the roar of the cascading water. Just as suddenly as it began, it ended, and Emily found herself in a world shrouded in darkness. This was no ordinary darkness. It was a living, breathing entity, teeming with life of a different kind. Strange creatures lurked in the shadows, their eyes glowing with an otherworldly light. They were unseen, unheard, but their presence was as real as the chill that ran down Emily's spine. Terrified, yet determined, Emily steeled herself. This was not the time for fear, but for courage. She had ventured into the unknown, and she would find her way back. As she took her first step into this new world, she could not help but wonder, was this the mysterious power the locals had warned her about? And so Emily found herself in a world veiled in darkness, surrounded by strange creatures with glowing eyes. Little did she know, this was just the beginning of her extraordinary journey. Can you imagine wandering in a world where darkness reigns and the echoes of lost souls linger forevermore? This is the chilling reality that Emily found herself thrust into. Having been swallowed by the waterfall's vortex, she emerged into a realm shrouded in an impenetrable darkness. The air was thick and heavy, as if it carried the weight of 1,000 whispered secrets. Strange creatures lurked in the shadows, their eyes glowing like the embers of a dying fire. The world that Emily had known was replaced by an eerie, unsettling wilderness where the trees whispered in tongues unknown, and an unsettling silence hung in the air. Terrified yet resolute, Emily pressed forward, guided by the faint glimmer of hope that she could find a way back home. Her days were marked by endless wandering through alien landscapes that twisted and turned like a nightmarish labyrinth. She encountered bizarre flora and fauna, each more fantastical and fearsome than the last, yet she never wavered, her determination fueled by the burning desire to return to the world she once knew. As the sun sank into oblivion, the haunting cries of unseen creatures echoed through the desolate land. Each night, Emily huddled by a flickering campfire, its feeble light the only defense against the encroaching shadows. The nights were long and filled with a chilling dread that seeped into her bones. The cries of the creatures lurking in the darkness served as a grim lullaby, a stark reminder of the perilous journey that lay ahead. Weeks turned into months, and the strain of her ordeal began to take its toll. Despair threatened to consume her, the flicker of hope dimming with each passing day. The other world had begun to feel less like a temporary detour and more like a permanent prison. But then, just when Emily began to lose hope, a shimmering portal hidden behind a thicket of thorns appeared. Could this be her salvation? Could this be the path back home? Only time would tell. What if you had a chance to return to the world you know, but it would never be the same again? Emily had this very chance. Stepping through the shimmering portal, she found herself back in the heart of the forest she once knew. Her knees buckled, and she collapsed onto the familiar soil, gasping for breath as relief washed over her. But as she looked around, the forest she had grown up exploring seemed to have lost its charm. The towering trees, the rustling leaves, the very air she breathed, all bore the mark of her harrowing journey. It was as if the forest was a mirror, reflecting back the eerie landscapes of the world she had left behind. Emily, our intrepid adventurer, had returned, but the memory of her journey had forever altered her perception. Emily now saw the forest differently, tainted by the memory of her journey. a world where darkness reigns, and the echoes of lost souls linger forevermore.